Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'll wait for a couple of people to join before I start blabbing on. But today, I didn't even know where to begin. I'm baffled. I've got loads of questions. Hi, the only ways crazy media. Who the fuck's he talking to, you know? Are you calling the Muppet? Are you talking to? You're the Muppet. Look at your name. Being like that. Get a grip. Gonna make some different lifestyle choices. You're not making the right ones. Clown. Look, I haven't timed it out. I'll let you off with that one. Just give you a yellow. You know, I love dishing out the reds. I laugh all you like. Fine, you're allowed to laugh. I'll allow you to laugh. The right where to start. Might as well just get on with it. I didn't know, because I wanted to do that trial today, but I didn't even know when it's happening. The bloody stupid failed one. And I'm going to cover the rest of it, because I've never seen a liar like it in court. Even Amber Heard done better than that. That I didn't even know when that's getting bloody back in court. I didn't even know. So just put that on hold. And we'll move on to other things. Who's a girl like that? You're getting timed out. You get on my nerves. I can't be asked with idiots today. Right. So Tommy Robinson gets straight to the point. Tommy arrested for playing a video about Israel at the march. Sure, everyone listening now is aware of by now. If you're not, what happened was a big movement, march down London. A lot of the guys showed up. I can only watch one thing at a time. I just watched the first thing that was there, and it was pretty good, to be fair. From base Welshman, excellent footage if you ask me. Watched other things after, and he played a video on the big screen. Something to do with Israel. I couldn't hear it that well, but I tried my best. And he got arrested like after that, while he was like, let's say, maybe he's alone / vulnerable. I don't know about now. He got arrested under terrorism charges. Section 2000. And what puzzled me the most was the fact that under these charges, you haven't got the right to remain silent. I was getting, What do you mean you haven't got the right to remain silent? Just basically, nah, do you? I couldn't work it out. No ways, the only way is crazy media. No, I'm talking about Tommy Robinson. I was watching Base Welshman's video on it. Yes, Darren Lad. Yes, boy. No ways. No, I'm not talking about Charlie Beach. I'm talking about Charlie Beach. I was watching them earlier. Well, I watch all of these videos, to be fair. You can learn a lot from Charlie. If you're going out there recording and thinking of doing it yourself, you definitely learn a lot from Charlie. I haven't even got there yet, Yogi's World. I haven't even started with that. You're on about his phone call and the missus when he was nicked. He was on the phone with his missus when he was nicked. Got the daughter on, I did not. how that footage got released, mind, and how people's managed to get onto that, and I've managed to hear it myself. I didn't really want to get personally say where it came from, but I've heard it, and you know what I mean. I'm well on his side. Send loads of love and prayers to Tommy, but I'm just over the moon. He has been released on bail, so now I look at it now in a different way. Since he's been released on bail, I was definitely expecting him to go on remand for terrorism charges. It's the only reason why it might be unheard of is the only reason, sole reason I could possibly think of. It's got to be just because of sheer lack of evidence. Just that's the only reason why you would get bail on such a charge like that. Like, it's right up there with the likes of murder, terrorism charges. You didn't get on remand. So the only reason, because obviously everyone knows he's got good solicitors. Stupid. Hi, Agent X. We're not all stupid. He's got good solicitors, good people around him. And what strength of evidence did they have on Tommy Robinson for playing a video to a crowd to say he's a terrorist? So that's just how to just simplify it there and there. That is like the killer question in it all. And so it's only reason I can think of, it's down to just sheer lack of evidence why he's been released on bail. And I can't see him getting done with it, but you never really know with this system, do you? You know what I mean? You know, the cards are always stacked against Tommy when he's so, because he's fighting everything. Let him stand for. He's fighting the system, so obviously the system will bite back. I will put up a link in case anyone wants to join, especially our Agent X. I'm just going to jump in the office, and I'll put up a link this time as well. So I've got a question for you, Agent X. Tried to ring you, you didn't answer, and I'm not typing it. You know, I'll not type it. I'll either ask you publicly or a phone call. I'm just eating lunch. Well, get it down, you man. You man. Just get your little bully crab sardies down here. I'll do a diss track on you, Agent X, if you keep reminding us up. I'm just making lunch. Now, who do you think you are? Think you're on the Only Way is X or something? No, you're not. You're on the Gamer Show. It's not the Only Way is X or something like it. Oh, look at me. My pretty little face. I'd seen you little short and all. It was funny, to be honest. Saying you little short, you showed them right up. If I was a good looker than that, I'd wind them up and all. Right to that. This big, like, he'll have to gang, you know. Agent X, just deal with him. If he says I'm dodgy, just deal with him. And so I didn't even have to do it. You're only one for spanner at the minute. In here, as far as I'm aware. But I went straight out this morning. First thing on my mind was getting a lead for the dog. And I went in B&M's. If anyone knows what B&M's is, I don't know whether you've got in your area or not. But I have. I went in B&M's, and they had some good leads in there, actually. You know, I was surprised. I found these perfect ones. I've got a high vis orange one. Vis, very strong, very like a good length on it, medium length, just how I want it. And he's on the lead, so I didn't have to give rapid meat on my arm all the time. So it's perfect, nice and strong, luminous. Vis, And then I've got a green one and all. A green one. Yeah. Which is another $100. Got another $100. So I've got 2 leads now from them, just in case I do lose on, and there's no way I can not find them, even if I do put them down when I just let them off. I'll still be able to find them. So I went and got them straight away. Oh, I bumped in. I went on the wrong bus because I didn't even look at the number because it just looked like my bus, and I just got on and it started going in the direction. I was just getting. So that's this lesson from the bus. I just gone to the lane and just like go and I check. I was just getting, is this the X1? She was getting off. I was getting off fuck. So I just got the driver to stop. I was just getting letters off here, stop driving. You know what I mean? You tapped his miles. We have got on the wrong bus. So he did stop for us. And then I walked past and I just seen his police station and we left. I was just getting, I remember. Public guy was here. He didn't get out either. Bothered. I didn't engage with him either. I was just getting, fuck it. I had me banging that on us and all. I put me shopping behind the wall. That's what I did. I only had 11% on my phone and all. I was getting, hey, fuck it, I'm going to make a video while I'm here. I can't ignore it, can I? So I just made a stupid little video, and I got a curtain closer. so I got out of it. Shut your mouth. Hey man, you think it's your tells? Be like a play games with gamer. Yeah, what else? Reese. I need the agent X to come on first because I need to ask her the question, and I'll wait till she comes on because I need to ask her it. There's only like 2 people in the chat. 27 of you watching. I'll wait. I'm in there, heavy. I mean, heavy for fucking that stupid, actually bloody stupid fail channel. Just on watcher, crumbling core. Be hilarious. Shouldn't shoot a boyfriend, should you? Well, crack on about what? What do you mean? Got loads of ideas and stuff I want to do. I can take them all this week and all. It's like I've got 9 lives. There's stuff I'd love to talk about, but I didn't know you guys would take it, so I best off just keep it to myself and the people I trust, rather than just being like a blabbermouth. Not about like anyone on YouTube or not like that. It's just fucking. To be honest, it's a fucking me mother. She just irritates the life out of us. I thought I was a gobshite. Now I know where I get it from. But I kind of keep on fucking crying about the kind of 35 years old crying about my mother. Get a grip, Ryan. Nah, I can't. I can't get ridiculed for it every time I do. It's not in my best interests. I'm not bothered about hers and what she thinks. I'll talk about my childhood as much as I want or out. Not about her. Never legally shouldn't do either. I'd love to see her in court because I'd definitely be pleading not guilty and back to go to trial with us. I'd actually enjoy it. She's an idiot. That's what she is. She just wants to keep away from me and leave us alone. That's all she wants to do. She's here. Get in.
Hello, love.
Hiya. I'll put up a link for Rob in case Rob wants to join just before we start, because sometimes he likes to join. Hi, Agent X. Right, should we just get straight to the business?
Go on.
I've got a question. Please tell us, because I know you taught the little cunt, Henry Crinkle, the little cunt. Did he, please tell me he didn't egg anybody down there?
You'll
No,
have to go and watch his footage.
I didn't laugh, because I know you know, I didn't laugh, I'm not joking. I want to know.
He's put the videos up. You have to go and look yourself.
What do you mean he put the videos up?
He went to the protest. He's put all the videos up.
I've seen someone pulled him. I think it was it that John?
Yeah, I bumped into John there.
Aye, but that's all I've seen. Please tell us, who did he egg?
I can't tell you. You've got to go and watch the videos.
I'm not watching it. Just I'll find out then anyway. I just knew you would know.
Hey, Rob, you're right there.
I tried ringing you.
Yeah, I know. I've been busy. I've been getting all the washing done, and I've not been well ever. So I've had loads of jobs.
Problems. Oh, woman issues. That time of the month, is it?
No, mum life.
Right. Do you know when this Ashley fucking Benefield trial's coming back on? Because I haven't even looked yet.
I haven't been following it. I don't know what it's about.
Right, I am. She's guilty of sin. I've already found her guilty, me. And if she doesn't get found guilty, I'm going to put my head through a wall or something.
Give me like the background. What's going on?
She's shot the boyfriend and just trying to claim self-defense. But she's not. She's guilty of sin. I swear to God, it doesn't get any more guilty than that. And the bullshit just coming out with. He's trying to make on believe that he was accusing her of shagging the priest. I swear to God, it's crazy. And she just needs a death penalty. And she'll get that in Florida and all, that's where it is.
I don't know. What is she saying that he went for her?
Crinkle, you are having all that. Crinkle's trying to come on.
Let him on and you can ask him yourself.
I'm down against Army models. I didn't like his behaviour once again.
Well, you don't know what his behaviour is yet.
He's gone out there fucking saying he's gonna go and fucking egg fucking auditors and that. Are you fucking with all about? It's kangaroo court time though, Agent X.
Let him on.
Are you prepared for this?
I am. Let's go.
What you doing, you fucking donut?
Crinkle, you're a fucking arsehole.
Why am I an arsehole?
Well, what were you playing at? What was your intention with them eggs?
Well, my intention was for a very good reason, and I'll tell you why. My target was for the day.
Can I trust you? Can I trust you being like on a normal screen?
Of course you can, you fucking div. So look, I had a very good reason, because your mate, Marty Blackbrow, watching some of his stupid audits with News Now Yorkshire, got on my nerves. So I thought, okay, I'll take some eggs, and when I see them down there, I'll throw some eggs at them too. And maybe Welsh if I see him. Hang on, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, you want to know why?
Well, wait now. Can I just stop you because I've got questions because I'll forget about what you previously said.
And so, I'm not trying to answer the first one first. And so the reason is because...
Listen, if it annoys you that much, Crinkle, why do you watch it in the first place?
That's a good question. I don't know. But because I like to get annoyed by it makes me cringe and I enjoy coming on here to criticise them. But when you start walking up to Palestinian protesters, they don't necessarily support terrorism. And so when you start laughing and mocking them, when little children and whole families are being bombed out of their houses and killed by USA and Israel, and you go up to these people, hang on, wait a minute. Right, you asked me to answer the fucking question, hang on.
I didn't care. You'll have to wait. Important update: the trial starts in the next half an hour, gamer. So I've told you, Ashley Benefield thing. I'm glad someone's told us in the chat because I am following this. I hope you're interested as well, Agent X. We will hear Crinkle out for the next half an hour, but that's basically the airtime, Crinkle. You've got like half an hour on the clock, and I'm counting down. Tell us all about it. Okay, but didn't interrupt me if I want to ask a question and try to speak over it, because it's not going to work around here much.
Right, well, don't ask me questions and then shut me up when I'm trying to answer them. Just do your thing and then tell me. So that's the reason, by walking up to these people without really understanding what's going on. We all hate a terrorist, but, you know, these are people who are marching because the US are terrorists.
What do you think of Tommy?
Tommy, he's a fucking arsehole.
Well, they got arrested for terrorism offences for playing a video.
Right, I mean, well, no.
You played worse than that.
Actually, it wasn't for playing that video. He was arrested under the terrorism laws because he didn't give his PIN number to his phone.
Oh, well, he's on bail. He's on bail, and I'll tell you why he's on bail.
Well, so what? The law. No one's above the law in this country, so he deserves to. If he's breaking the law,
he's been released on bail.
Right, you lot are auditors, yeah. Hang on. Right, you lot are auditors. You lot are auditors. You want?
No, if I seen you, I had my camera on you. If I was downloading that day, and you pulled up to me with your stupid little scooter and your stupid helmet and your stupid glasses and your eggs, I would have bounced every egg off you. I would have kicked you. I would have kicked you to the ground and I would have took your scooter off you.
Good. Okay, this is what Mike West said, and John has said some similar things. It was quiet as a mouse. They weren't doing nothing to me. If I've done all these bad things, hang on a minute. At least I've got a bottle to go down there. Everyone knows my face. Hang on. I went down as myself, Henry Crinkle, got the glasses on, everything. Any dickhead. You see?
I was in disbelief.
Right, okay.
I'll be down in 10 minutes. I already ripped you off.
Right, okay. Well, you could have gone down there and found me.
Right. You proved us wrong again.
Right, you could have gone down.
I was there. You wouldn't have
right. Well, you weren't there, was you? I was. Yeah, but you weren't, though, was you? You weren't. It's all very well saying that. When it comes to it in real life, though, you ain't going to do fuck all, are you? Like John didn't, and neither did Mike West. After Mike West has said, right, you know what, and you know what they had the front to say. Well, look, if I would have seen, yes, I would have said, yeah. You know what I would have said? Right. Do you know what I would have said, though? Do you know what I would have said? Right. I would have said, this is for all the little Palestinian children who've been blown to pieces and you don't really know what's going on. And so this is for them. A bit of egg on you.
Fuck off to the Middle East and do some of the better, because I didn't care what's going on over there. They've been bombing each other for centuries. Why would I start caring now? Because you suddenly do this stupid.
Well, so why am Marty in that guy? Right. Well, yeah, I don't care about you, though. Marty seems to care about this, or he wouldn't go to their protests and start antagonising them. Right, the eggs weren't for you, it was for Marty.
Well, like you.
Well, it wasn't nothing to do with you. And so, Gamer, right. Okay, so here's a question for all the Tommy fans. Hang on.
Why would I start caring now?
Okay. Well, I'm not asking you to care.
You're just going to take your 20 vaccines.
Right. Here's a question for all the Tommy fans out there.
Fuck off.
Right, can you answer this?
I'm going to kick him.
You answer this. This is the question. So if immigration was stopped overnight, so tomorrow, and everyone was sent back, right? Right, hang on. Would it solve your problems, or would your problems continue?
Not interested.
Right. Well, I thought you were. You was asking me about Tommy Robinson. So what's this panel about then?
What's it, my panel about? Me? And what I want to talk about?
Okay.
Not you? Yeah, bullshit.
So, all right, how many lubes have you had today?
Wow. How many crack pipes have you had today?
Is it what kind of lubrication is it anyway? Would you prefer KY jelly? Come on, gamer. Fuck's sake.
No, come on, gamer. Didn't game
Right,
me.
so what's your problem with me?
Like, sort your feedback out. It's unbearable.
Who, me?
Sorry.
Mine?
No, it's
I want to hear you next. Sorry,
All right. I'm not hearing any feedback.
Shut up, crackhead. Go on, Agent X.
You've got feedback.
Is that coming from me?
I can't hear it. Let me mute.
It's Crinkle, and it is Crinkle.
No, it was when I came up before as well. It was on.
Crinkle.
So it might be. What that might be. Okay, so gamer, what's the problem?
You.
What's the problem with me?
You.
Hang on, it's just a form of protest, isn't it?
How dare you?
Well, okay, so you think
Marty, do you know my reaction? What my reaction would have been? I thought you like a little bit of a grief and what would have happened?
Right. So you support the US and Israel.
You down that egg one of my friends, okay?
Well, I'm egging somebody who doesn't seem to realise who the real terrorists in the world are. Both sides have got terrorists, but who started this shit? You know what I'm saying? Was it Israel or was it Palestine?
I didn't care.
When you find... Well, they seem to care. Well, okay, I'm just telling you, they seem to care because they keep going down to these protests and antagonising people who are in solidarity.
What's that? What the fuck is that?
Well, it means I'm a human being who's thinking about these things, and you seem to be a bit of a dumbo. Then, so why bring me on to?
My problem is what's your problem with it? You fucking idiot.
Well, it just grates with me that he doesn't really understand, and they go down there all masked up, trying to intimidate and antagonise, and they're just two dickheads.
Whatever, Crinkle, it's not.
And so them eggs were for them. And Welshie, if I saw him, you know what I'm saying? And everyone's saying, "Oh, why didn't you egg up like the whole world?" No, and I was walking around for ages looking for these arseholes. And they're claiming I went there late and all that. I was right in the middle when it was still going on. Tommy was even speaking. Your hero. What's he going to do now, though? Like, he ain't going to solve immigration. He ain't going to solve your problems. Like, so why? What's the point in supporting somebody like that?
I have got breaking news, which I didn't mind telling you. The last I heard, he has left the UK.
Well, I hope he gets locked up.
He did say law. The phone call I heard. He's going to take his kids on holiday in a couple of days. He did say that.
Right. Why is he such a hero to you, gamer? What's he done for you?
I didn't need to answer your questions.
Okay, so you don't have to. No, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to ask.
But you can't. Why you can't? And you never will.
Well, don't then.
Make as many pizzas as you want. You can beat as a pizza fucking palace if you want. But you're still not going to be able to dictate me and say what I can and can't do.
I'm just asking you questions, that's all. If you're too afraid to answer them, that's up to you. Well, if you're too afraid to answer, then that's up to you.
They were being afraid that whoever
there's a chance you may agree with me. Ooh, that's scary, isn't it? That you might agree with me on some things if you actually answered some of the questions. You know, you would come to realise perhaps he's right.
Stupid helmet with stupid glasses on with a box of eggs.
Okay.
And egg one of my friends.
Yeah, and what did any of them do to me? Nothing.
To change my mind.
Yeah, all right, whatever, gamer.
No, well, you can say, whatever then. Whatever. That's my one when I like to cop out. Whatever.
Sort your sound out, gamer. People are complaining.
What the trolls are complaining, so you can hear us fine.
Oh,
Can you?
turn on echo
No,
cancellation.
it's
You can hear
unbearable.
us fine. I'm not having any complaints on the panel. It's all on.
I'm not getting
Everything's all
feedback.
right on my end. There's nothing out of it. Or it might be because
Seems all right here.
I was.
And everyone,
And I had the right carry on. I was going to blame you. Thinking I was having the right carry on. For some reason, my phone wasn't connected to the laptop, and I was blaming you. So
yeah, I get blamed for a lot of things, gamer.
Stuff like that, you fucking horrible little cunt.
So look, just a message to the auditors in this community. You want the police to do.
Give a message to all the others. Clip this one, Yogi. Yogi, I want this one clipped. He sent a message to all the auditors. Yogi, clip this one. You have me full permission.
Yeah. Right, this goes out to the auditors that are Tommy fans, which is practically all of them, and all the Tommy fans. So you want the police to, you know, go by the book and do things correctly, but you seem to be saying Tommy's been arrested unlawfully. No, he's broken the law. He deserves to get arrested for doing that. The police are doing what they're meant to do. That's what you want them to do, isn't it? As auditors. And so if he's doing criminal stuff, he deserves to be arrested and justice served on him.
Wrong.
Well, come on, you can't have it both ways.
How do you justify?
He ain't no Nelson Mandela, let's put it that way. He ain't no fucking hero of nobody's.
You know, I just forced you to shut up if you just didn't think.
Well, that's what I think. So what do you say to that?
So what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, Crinkle is not one to talk because Tommy got arrested for terrorism offences. The 2000 Act it is, for playing a video about Israel. Crinkle has played much more worse, so he is not one to talk at all.
Well, you're wrong. He didn't get arrested for terrorism offences for playing the video. No, he didn't. No, that's to do with libel. He got arrested because he was at an airport and he didn't give his PIN number to the phone. If that was Anjem Chowdhury who didn't give his PIN number to the phone, you'd be cheering. Yeah, they've arrested him for being under terror.
I think you're wrong. That's not what I've heard.
Well, I know that I'm right, gamer. No, and so that's the reason. And he deserves it. If he's breaking the law.
London with a box of eggs in the pocket that egg one of my friend orders.
Yeah, that don't make me a terrorist, does it? It don't make him a terrorist, but you know, these are the laws we have in place to protect us from terrorists. So we've all got to abide by those laws. And so as auditors, you should be cheering. The police done the right thing. Yes, even if it's fucking Tommy Robinson, your hero.
Have a pipe.
Shut up, man. Chatting about.
Okay,
you're my next egg victim then. If you're in London and I see you, I will egg. You are one of my targets now. Forget egg. Forget. I'll give you a pizza with egg on top.
I swear.
Come off it though, bro. Like, come on. Like, I'm just being real. I'm being real. You're just running around in circles and you'll say anything just so you can support auditors and Tommy. Like, I think you're making a mistake with using your brain. You should be arrested. Anyone breaking the law like that.
I should have listened to Order the Null in the first place about you.
All he's gonna do is increase radicalism and increase people hating him by saying all these things and winding people up, and you got all these football thugs chanting, who the fuck is Allah and all that. It's just going to make it worse. It's not going to make things better though, is it? With these football thugs, they're all drunken fucking football hooligans. That's the impression I get.
It's Kringle.
And
I wore a West Ham top, and they're all going, "Yes, brother, X," like holding up like X Factor arms,
You
like because
fucking
it's the
divvy.
hammers, isn't it?
Fucking divvy.
What about, you know what I mean? I mean, blend in with the fucking enemy or what?
Divvy. You're a divvy.
Like, it's
You're
funny.
stupid guy,
You see, the only one with any fucking guts in that whole protest was the geezer that walked along with a Palestinian flag. He's the real protest. He's the one. And he's the one on the news. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one with any balls in that whole fucking place. They're all a bunch of cowards who need to stick.
Just accept it.
Who need to? They all need about 1 million of them to say anything to anyone. They can't do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? The only one with any guts was that geezer with the flag. Come off it. And me with the eggs on my own. Come on. With all them John and all that. Yeah, if you throw an egg over there, don't do it. Don't do it, Crinkle, because you might get battered.
See what I mean? I'm not going to speak, really. So the Kringle, do you know when you went on your little egg mission trying to chuck eggs at people, did you actually land any on anyone?
Well, I didn't find my targets, so I walked around for an hour and a half and thought, well, fuck it. There's too many.
There's two.
Yeah, they went home. They went home surprisingly early. What a surprise!
Well,
She didn't come. Like, I went. Hang on. I saw their live stream and I went exactly to that spot where Welshie was, and they're still in the middle of the speech of Tommy. They're obviously not bothered about what he's got to say. They should have covered the whole thing. Why not? And so don't blame me for not trying.
So you didn't land any eggs on any targets.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna have scrambled eggs for the next 4 days.
If I went out there to egg someone down London, I definitely would have hit all 6 eggs.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have found them. There was too many people there.
I would have chucked them at the business or something if I had.
And I'm not exactly discreet wearing them glasses. Everyone knows they could have seen me a mile away and come and said whatever they wanted. Apparently, hang on, apparently Marty Blackborough was looking for me. He didn't look very hard because I was walking around like a fucking Felicia Beacon.
You stupid element, you stupid glasses with a box of eggs, you didn't even chuck anyone at anybody.
Well, I'm about as stupid as an audit. I'm about as stupid as an auditor with a phone at the back of a police station thinking they're going to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Just as stupid. Come on, gamer. Just as stupid. It would have been funny, though. It would have been a fun video.
Tonight,
you know that would have been funny, though, isn't it? And see what they're going to do.
Tonight, Twinkle, on the menu, I want at least pineapple.
Well, I'm going to make my own egg pizza. Egg pizza. I'll send it to you from here.
Look in the chat, gamer. Look at Nunya's comment.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Nunya. Not providing a pin to these form. It was on the terrorism offences law, wasn't it, Nunya?
Yes.
I'll put up the link in case Nunya does want to jump
Hiding information from the police could be, construed so they can arrest you under
terrorism offences and he is on bail.
If it was Anjem Chowdhury, you'd be cheering. If it was a brown person, you'd be saying, good, yeah, we caught another terrorist. Just because it's your fucking hero.
Your racial remarks will not be tolerated at all. As soon as you jumped up, you make that remark, and that's a little bit more.
They had it was cringy, though. They had anti-vaxxers on the stage. Hang on. Anti-vaxxers shouting all nonsense about that.
I've really, really had enough of them. He's getting on my nerves. You're going to have to wait and just calm down. Go and have a pipe. Go and snog your mannequin. Or do its hair or its makeup or whatever you do with it. And go and do that. I mean, at least I've got Anakin, not a mannequin. Go and do that and calm down. Because I'm not having any fucking racial remarks like that on my channel ever. And I've got a zero tolerance for it. Do you agree, Lloyd Gen X?
No, I think you asked Henry a question, you've had him up and then shouted over him every time he's tried to respond.
No, I haven't shouted over him. He shouts over me. So why do you always like white knight fucking Henry all the time?
I'm not. I'm just telling you what I've observed.
You are, but you are.
So the definition
like
of
you, would I?
terrorism, according to CPS, the definition of terrorism, the specific actions included are serious violence against a person, serious damage to property, endangering a person's life, and creating a serious risk to health or safety of the public or a section of the public.
That's never happened. Tommy didn't do that.
Well, we don't know that, do we? If he's refusing
I've
to
seen it. I was watching it
allow
live.
them to access. No,
I
it's
was
not
watching
about
it
the
live,
protest, is it? He's not been
Nah, never
arrested in
happened.
anything to do with the
Well, it's
protest.
He wouldn't put himself in that situation in the first place.
But if he's inciting hatred against particular people,
He's not.
quite possibly.
It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not.
Well,
It's just
I watched the protest, and it most
just
certainly
about
was.
trying to protect the company and our history and our morals and everything we sort of stand for. Well, it's like they're trying to change it.
Well, it's
And
not
you're
what
not-
we stand for. I don't.
I
stand
didn't want to get into
terrorism.
the immigration side of it because I'm not really educated enough to know. I did know a lot, but I just didn't think I'm 100% to really discuss it better than what some other people can. But I do see
What
the
if some-
problems and I understand the point and I understand reform UK. I understand Tommy Robinson and I agree with it fully.
Oh, I'm in opposition. And when I watched the protest, it was, in my opinion, inciting hatred against a particular sector of the public. So
Well, let Crinkle
I
back
do
on. I
think
hope
they're
he's calmed down.
justified.
I'm calm.
And you're causing this echo, so whatever you've got open, Crinkle, turn it off.
Well, let me see. Well, I can't.
It was when me and Gamer were here, and I've come back in. Have you got echo?
Is it still there?
I've identified it. I didn't need anyone to tell us when they already know. There was no echo there when we were talking.
So, Gamer, can I ask you something then?
No, I want to saw you echo. I was just going to have to come backstage until you day.
What?
Are you deaf?
It's not
as well as
Henry.
stupid.
Is it me?
No, it was on when me and Gamer were on. No, it was on when just me and you were here.
So it's fine now. So it's me causing the echo. It's me who's full of shit. Chat or anyone else. He can sort it out or he's got a gun. Simple as that. If he can't sort out the problem, which I know he can, he is more than capable of sorting out the echo issue. This stupid AI cunt. He can definitely do it, so I don't know why he's trying to play the stupid card. Do you agree, Agent X, or you just still got to white knight them?
I'm not white knighting in just because.
Well, do you agree, though, you can just sort it out if you really want to do and he's doing it on purpose?
I don't think he is doing it on purpose.
See? White knighting them. The evidence is right in front of you. You know he could sort out the network issue. You know he's capable of doing it. You know he's good with computers. So why say, oh, I don't think he's doing it on purpose? Because you know really he is. But you'll continue to white knight them. Is that true or false, Agent X?
False. I'm not white knighting him. It was on when me and you were on the panel before Henry came up at all.
Bring it back on and watch how terrible it is. Still echoing.
Just turn everyone's echo cancellation on and automatically adjust. That's the best you can do.
No, you sort it out.
It's nothing to do with me though. She said you had the echo before I even came on. So
it's much more easier just to kick you,
well, it's not going to solve the problem. Just like stopping immigration ain't going to solve anyone's problem.
I've just checked them. Everything's on.
Well, that's it then. Is it still echoing, Agent?
You've got something open,
Yeah.
Crinkle.
It is.
You've got
Yeah.
something open. Just close whatever you've got
Hang on.
open.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me mute.
I'm
Must
not
see if it
daft,
carries on. Wait a minute.
Testing.
You have to try talking. So
Fucking
Right,
gobshite.
testing 1, 2, 3.
Gobshite.
Yeah, it's Henry causing the issue.
I joined Smiles, this morning at some point.
is it me? Hang on then.
And last night, I joined last night. He was still alive this morning. I was like, how do you fucking do that? My head's in bits after a couple of hours on here.
I'll just connect the mic straight up. 1 minute.
You just need to kind of just put your head in the frying pan or something.
So is that better?
Hopefully.
Yeah,
It is.
sorted.
All right. Cool.
Fucking hell. No, not Pearl. You fucking little bum boy.
So I had a question. I've forgotten what it is. So give me a moment.
I didn't need to answer your questions. I've got the
Alright.
right to remain silent. I'm not getting nicked for terrorism offences, so I can still remain silent. You fucking come on.
So this goes out to the chat then. Like I said.
No, well, didn't speak to my chat like that.
So what's the point in having me up? If I can't even speak.
To be honest, just call you.
Right. So how is it going to improve your life if immigration was stopped tomorrow and sent everyone back? All these people who come over. How is your life going to improve?
I'm looking at.
Or are you still going to have all the same problems? The government certainly ain't going to give you that money that they're housing these people with. That's it, ain't. And if they wanted to, they could house them and the veterans, but they choose not to, and they would choose not to, even if they had that money back.
How's your mannequin, Crinkle?
What?
How's your mannequin?
Well, the ears on my mannequin are all right because I put eardrops in it.
You put eardrops in your wooden doll?
Yeah, just to make sure the ears are all right. You know what I'm saying?
Can we have a look at her?
Well, she's on a date.
I'll show you Anakin if you show the mannequin.
She's gone out to dinner with another mannequin down the road.
It's a wooden doll. What are you talking about?
Well, she likes pizza too. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't eat a pizza. She doesn't eat. It's a wooden fucking thing.
What wooden dolls do you know fucking don't eat? Are you stupid?
You?
Come off it. Like she enjoys fucking
in a parallel universe here.
Just Eat, Uber Eats, all that. She gets alcohol delivered late at night, all that, man.
Is that how you have your parties with, Crinkle? You and your mannequin.
Well, you got Anakin, I've got mannequin.
But at least mine's like a living
tomato, tomato, Anakin, mannequin.
At least mine's a living creature. Yours is a wooden doll.
Well, wooden dolls come alive at night. Like this, it's a magical one. It's a magical one.
Universe or what?
Like this is some what do you call it? Anunnaki mannequin. You know what I'm saying? Anakin mannequin. Tomato, tomato, same difference. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Come on. Well, she better like eggs. That's all I'm saying. Because it's going to be scrambled eggs. Fucking 6 days. Well, I can eat half a packet in one go. Three eggs.
You are one perverted cretin, you aren't you?
Cretin. Well, I live with a wooden mannequin. You live with a dog.
Oh, I live with
which is called Anakin. Right. Well,
that's
perverted.
At least it's not a wooden doll with a wig.
Well,
pizzas and drinks with.
Well, you know what I do when I drive down the road? When I drive down the road,
what's the mannequin's name?
when I'm in my car, I sit her on the seat next
you
to
answer my questions on my panel. You fucking weirdo. You answer my questions. Right. What's the mannequin's name?
Anna.
Anna.
Yeah,
Why do
like
you call her
Anakin.
Anna?
But put an M in front and it's mannequin. So Anna. That's in the name mannequin, isn't it? Anna. So
Well,
you know, I'm not
so that's
stupid.
why you call her Anna.
She's not stupid either, gamer. Even she wears a Down with Tommy shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remind us of
She's got more brains than you, though, gamer.
Can I speak? Because you know what I'll do if you didn't let us speak. So, do you know what you remind us of, Crinkle? You remind us of the scene out of I Am Legend when the guy has got his dog and he sets up mannequins in the shop.
I ain't seen it. I ain't even seen that film.
Because it's all deserted.
Yeah, but that's mainstream media.
That's how sad and lonely.
Hang on a minute. Films are mainstream media. I thought you didn't watch mainstream media. They're brainwashing you.
I love films. What you're talking about?
Yeah, they're telling you about COVID before, and hang on, the Twin Towers. All this was in films first. So you're brainwashed by mainstream media by telling me about a film. Come on, bro.
No one's talking about that, and you stop using them. Like,
well, it is. How do you think the Nazis, controlled minds? They did it through film. They did a lot of it in film.
Bingle, you will have to go. You know.
Well, I'm just stating facts.
No, didn't state facts. Stayed on your own fucking strain.
Watching films to find anything out is worse than watching the BBC, gamer. Come on.
Who says I watch the BBC? I says I watch films.
Yeah, that's even worse.
No, it's not. I enjoy
yes, it is. Well, it is.
Some of them good stories. No, it's just
the powers that be. Hang on. Well, the elite. Who makes the films?
No, you hold on. You fucking hold on. You stupid southern fucking prick. I enjoy watching films. I enjoy it. It's good. I enjoy a good movie.
Okay. Who makes the films?
It's not fucking real, but sometimes I like to get real.
Right.
But then I can't switch off and watch something that's not. I didn't mind, Crinkle. There's nothing wrong with that. You fucking little brainwashing fucking something little fairy freak.
Right. So who's in charge of making the films? Is it the elites or is it the working man like you? Oh, sorry, you don't work.
Once again, I'm not interested. I just like to watch some of them.
So they may be spinning you narratives just like newspapers do to make you believe certain things and be a certain way. So we can all accept.
What you just said there. What was in one of my lines in the sentence there? Is that I'm aware it's not real. It's just a film.
Yeah, but they're conditioning you, and you don't even realize it.
Whatever.
Well, you've grown up thinking cowboys and Indians is good to have guns and kill each other. Since you've been born, you've been watching movies that condition you to accept some forms of violence and some things and not accept others. And there are terrorists in films.
Do you know what I'm going to watch tonight? I'm going to watch The Exorcist.
Okay.
Just so I can subliminally play a little message.
Here's a question for you, gamer.
I'm a guy, and I just play a little message to him.
Here's a question for you.
I catch him on a panel. I'm going to perform an exorcism on him.
Right. Here's a question. So, in wars, are there two lots of terrorists? So,
I didn't want to dwell into it, Crinkle. I haven't been.
Well, I know that proves to me how you just go along with narratives.
It's not that. I'm just choosing because I've got respect for people.
Well, this is partly for your viewers.
See, you're not listening to me answer. I've got respect for people who has been a war, so that's why I'm choosing not to dwell into it. Okay, because I've got respect, and I'm not really like a man to talk about it if I haven't been there and experienced myself. Because I didn't think any man possibly could unless you have experienced yourself. Other than that, I'm not really going to comment or dwell into it. So please respect my answer when I try to talk. Other than that, didn't mind going.
Okay.
I'm nearly happy. I'm nearly happy.
Okay, well, Okay, well, I'll ask.
Shit, the fucking trial.
Oh, hang on. Well, I'll ask myself questions, or I'll just, make my thoughts aloud, speak them aloud. So, okay, we're all aware of Tony Blair being a war criminal. And so, who did the war crimes? Tony Blair didn't go there, did he? Who did he send to do that?
It's not live.
Who must have done the what?
Oh,
Who must
it's
have done
live.
committed all the crimes? Hang on a minute.
No,
And so, well,
I didn't really need you anymore.
but we all love a veteran, don't we? You know, so think about that. Think about that.
This is your options now, Crinkle.
Need
Crinkle, this is your options. You can either be quiet and remain here, or you can.
Well, what's the point in having me on if you're just going to keep me quiet?
Are you gonna restream it or
family or
are we
household
ending
member
it?
now?
Against each other, and that has another definition. That's spouses or family members living together, or it could be a couple that had a child together and have never lived together. Doesn't include, let's say, cousins who've never lived together and aren't intimate in any way. But through my experience, I've realized that there's a greater that's umbrella, and that has to do with power and control. The abuser needs to control their victim. Now they'll use the criminal things, hitting, etc., all those things. But in a greater sense, there's also this, I referenced it earlier, the Duluth Power and Control Wheel that DCF's accepted for the BIP class. I'd like to explain the Power and Control Wheel, if that's okay.
In fact, with the court's permission, we could perhaps have the screen come down and the lights dim. Mr. Ferris, you have a laser pointer in front of you. The little star in red will provide you with
Okay.
the dot.
I didn't even know who this guy
Stand
is.
here and pay attention to the mic as I talk. Any objection?
You know who he is, here, then?
Okay.
Who?
This guy here.
Yeah.
Who is he?
No idea. This is the first time I've heard about
Oh,
this
you
trial.
No, I know who she is. I just didn't know
Yeah.
Was
who
there a
he was.
question? Objection. Was there a question?
Go
Be the one on trial.
With the question.
Yeah. Her.
What is it that's on the
Right.
screen?
So what
Mr. Ferris?
Okay,
Mr.
so-
Ferris,
yes, sir,
would you please tell us what is on the screen?
I will. So this is what's referred to as the Duluth Power and Control Wheel. And so there's physical violence and sexual violence. Those are the criminal things I talked about. And then there's these power and control aspects. And the nature of the
must
power
be
and
no
control
defense.
is repetitive. It's a way to get
I think
control.
there might be
So up at, we'll call
defenses
1
there,
o'clock,
closing
using
statement.
intimidation, making her afraid by using looks, actions,
No, he's an
gestures,
expert
smashing
witness
things,
on
destroying her property,
It's
using
something like
pets,
that.
and displaying weapons.
It's
would be,
definitely no defense.
an aspect of intimidating your partner, again, to gain control. Using emotional abuse, putting her down, making her feel bad about herself, calling her names, making her think she's crazy, playing mind games, humiliating her, making her feel guilty. Then isolation, controlling what she does, who she sees and talks to, what she reads, where she goes, limiting her outside involvement, using jealousy to justify actions.
Well, this is just a stupid
Then
slide chart.
a
on the
big one
screen.
that I see often is
Nothing
minimizing,
really.
denying, and blaming, making light of the
It's not.
abuse,
It's proven.
not
It
taking
doesn't
her
apply to
concern
everyone, Ron. It
seriously,
doesn't apply
saying
to
abuse
this. She is
didn't
guilty.
happen,
Look at that.
making
Look at you today.
shifting
Look at that.
responsibility for the behavior, saying she caused it. Another one is using children, making her feel guilty
Domestic
about the
abusers
children,
follow
using
a
the children to
particular
relay
pattern.
messages, using visitation to harass her, threatening to take the children away,
No,
male
no,
privilege,
it's still
testing,
clear is what you're making out
treating
for.
her like a servant, making all the big decisions, acting like the master of the castle, being the one to define men's and women's roles, using economic abuse, preventing her from getting or keeping a job, making her ask for money, giving her an allowance, making her ask for money, not letting her know or have access to family income. And the last one is coercion, and threats, making or carrying out threats to do something to hurt her, threatening to leave her, saying that he'll commit suicide, reporting her to the government, making her drop charges.
Moderate
making
the
her
chat
do
for us, Agent X,
illegal
while I'm
things.
doing this.
Now, I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask you about that wheel that you
Sure.
demonstrated for us. Is this something that you created?
No, this was created by, up in Duluth, Minnesota, there was a domestic violence advocacy group and also researchers, and they looked through police reports, they interviewed victims of domestic violence who come through the shelter, and through a period of time, they developed these 8 items and created the power and control wheel. This wheel is used around the country and actually internationally. Like I said, it's the base curriculum for the Batteries and Prevention Program class I talked about, and it's taught quite readily all across America and by use by domestic
And
violence
we got
shelters, et cetera.
information
How
on
long has this
recovery.
wheel, if you will, been in existence?
Yeah, probably. I'm
Sorry, I didn't hear you there.
They got, you know, when people are in recovery from domestic violence, like the abusers,
Mhm.
they've admitted to using these tactics as well. It's not just.
But remember, she's on trial for murdering him and just shot him and just saying it's in self-defense.
Yeah, but if he's been exhibiting these behaviours and he's a domestic abuser, then she's justified in shooting him and killing him.
I'm sorry. No, when I look at her, I didn't see that looking at her. No body language in that Agent X. I just
I
don't
know,
see
but you
it.
can't. There's not
We'll
like one
continue.
particular
I cannot
person
draw it out.
that's
We'll
the victim
continue.
of domestic abuse. Is
There's
there?
certainly a percentage that are female. I'd say it's at least 2/3 male at the least. And in my practice, I have male victims.
And what about on the other end, the victims of domestic violence? What's the percentage of males and female?
Also, that's what he must be. Then he must be like some sort of expert on domestic violence. That's what it's starting to
Yeah.
sound like to me.
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
So again, it's 25% male victims. And I just got a male victim this past week.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm done.
I want to make sure we're clear on this.
Sure.
You've told us that the percentage of abusers that are male is approximately 2/3. Is that
At least
correct?
2/3. There's some statistics to make it actually higher.
Would you tell us, please, what percentage of domestic violence victims are female?
Somewhere between 2/3 to 3/4.
All right. Now, I want to ask you if you would educate us, Mr. Ferris, about whether or not
I'm
there
sorry.
are common characteristics that abusers share.
Yeah, 5 women
And I
die
certainly can
every
do that, Mr.
every
Keller.
week in the UK.
Can I make
from
one
domestic
closing
abuse.
statement about the
I say
wheel
straight from
Sure.
power and control? So I think it needs to be said, maybe I didn't say it, that the whole idea of the use of the wheel is to get compliance by the abuser with their victim. So they're looking to control them, and either they use those criminal, the battery, or they use emotional abuse or intimidation or these different techniques to try to control them. So the victim of domestic violence is placed with wanting to have the least harm to them. So they get into a compliance, I call it an equilibrium type of status mode, where they seek to get along, to go along. They want to poke the bear. They don't want, they believe that this is certainly a danger to be involved with this person, their mate, their spouse, etc. So they comply, and they get in this compliance mode, and they can certainly appear to society as nothing's going on, but there actually is, and they're afraid to display that because of the retribution that might happen.
All right,
I'll
so
go on
It's
from
a viable
this
mechanism.
wheel then is the product, if you will, of the science of domestic violence over the past 30
Right.
years.
And throughout my entire practice, the thousands of people that I've counseled and
I'm
and
not
even the
buying
500s I've
one
arrested,
fucking
I
thing.
see this repetitively to be true.
All right. Now, would you please tell us?
I do. Thank you.
That look,
I
that
need to
look,
make sure you
that
keep
it
your
just
voice up,
gives it
sir.
all
Yes,
away
sir.
to me.
Would you now tell us, Mr. Ferris, whether or not there are common characteristics that abusers share?
They can be anyone from all socio-economic stratas, and that's been my experience also. And I said, like I said earlier, predominance men, but also females.
What's the motivation for their behavior, abusers?
They want.
Right, we'll let Crinkle back on since he's so desperate. Crinkle, you're not a crack. If you bloody gone interrupt it, you know you're gonna go and you've got to be quiet. We can talk.
Okay.
And that
One
right.
question though. Can you fill me in on what
You're gone.
did she kill her partner? Is that what it is?
You shot her, lad, mate.
All right. She shot him. All right.
She's
Husband,
claiming
yeah.
Want to control their partners,
self-defense
Okay.
because he was an
citizens
abuser.
would. And so I have two theories about that. One is that they're missing some empathy, or they tend to see things as objects. And so, okay. Can I explain why they abuse pets?
Yes.
So if a pet is belonged to the female or their partner, the victim.
I'm going to object.
Can you approach, please?
Sorry, what you saying, Agent X?
Nothing. I'm muted.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm muted.
Oh, you muted. I thought you were saying something.
So I got a question. After
Well, you
prosecution,
can't now,
after prosecution put forward any other motives why she may have done it that seem plausible?
She's saying because of all the domestic abuse and emotional.
Yeah, I know,
stuff.
but have there been an alternative?
Kringle,
Like-
listen to this and I'll tell you. If you want to
Right.
listen, I'll tell you. She's saying because of emotional abuse, domestic abuse, she's even trying to make on to shag the vicar.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the question. That's not the answer.
He was accusing her of shagging the vicar.
Right, that's not the answer though. So, okay, could have the prosecution put forward the real reason why she may have done it in there? You know, like money or insurance.
I've done it on my last live. She got absolutely tortured, mate, crucified when she was in the.
So, what are they saying? Like, rather than domestic, have they come up-
I'm waiting, and just because I know she's going to get found guilty of this, right? And I'll just be really shocked if she doesn't, because I know if this was the other way around, and if I shot our ass.
So what are the prosecution saying the real reason is then? If it wasn't domestic abuse and self-defense?
Even if it was, it still doesn't give you the right to kill someone.
I know, but you're not answering. What are they trying to say then? If it's not,
well,
you
no,
know,
but what the prosecution or the defense?
the prosecution,
The prosecution shot her, lad. Murder.
right? For any motive, or because you don't randomly kill someone, there must be. They must be putting. Yeah, no. Oh, so they admit then that it's a domestic. That she's doing it as a retaliation, right? For him.
Right, and then the defense is trying to say that she's done it in self-defense.
Yes, but what are the prosecution ain't come up with any other reasons? Say, let's say monetary, or she's seeing another person.
They've done now. They've gone to the bench.
Right, I asked you that 5 times, but you didn't answer it once.
Mr. Ferris,
But
would
never
you
mind.
describe for us what the term coercive control means in a domestic violence relationship?
So coercive control, acts of aggression, assault, threats and harm, punish, frighten the victims. And that fits in with creating fear, and it fits in with this whole continuum of power and control, a pattern that is developed to control the victim.
Do offenders always behave violently, or does the abusive behavior happen in cycles?
They don't always act violently in what common term of a battery or an assault. It can be accomplished just by threats and fear, And in terms of a cycle, there can be a violent or emotionally abusive state, and then a honeymoon side of state, and then it cycles back. In the field, we talk of a model of kind of like rain and sunshine.
All right, and let me ask you, Mr. Ferris, does the victim always appear to be afraid or act like they are afraid of the offender?
Definitely not.
I'm not buying this.
Oftentimes, the motivation is to hide the abuse from friends, family, law. There's lots of repercussions if if it's disclosed. One could be fear that the oppressor, the abuser, the husband, the boyfriend, the wife, whoever is the abuser, will harm them. So they're very scared. The other is they might not even understand that they're victims of domestic violence. Quite often, when I get clients, people don't know those definitions.
How common is it, Mr. Ferris, for a victim of domestic violence to smile and act happy in the company of the abuser?
Very much so, and also in terms of even in public or with family.
Why?
Because they're afraid. They found this least resistance. They're trying to not poke the bear, as we'll say, or we've all heard the term walking on eggshells. They're trying to avoid aggression by their partner because they've grown to believe that there's a threat here.
So would that be, could we characterize that as an appeasement?
Totally appeasement. It's something I see quite often.
Is that the door game? Did your doorbell ring?
By
I haven't got a doorbell.
Or knocker or whatever.
Not encourage him to be abusive to herself, or if there's children involved, she's putting up a front to again create a type of stasis or minimum amount of aggression. So they don't want to again poke the bear. They're afraid of the repercussions.
All right, now give us some insight into this, if you will. Does the introduction of a child change these dynamics at all?
Yes.
Tell us how and why, please.
Okay, so it definitely ups the ante, we'll speak.
I have the same objection.
I'll overrule on this one.
So yes, definitely, if someone is single and they're being abused, certainly they want to incur least amount of abuse. But when a child's involved, now they're concerned, and if they have a strong maternal instinct, now they're concerned about their own safety and their child's safety. And abusers will use a child as a manipulation tool to try to get at the victim. So the victim, that's even a further degree of way to pacify. Oftentimes women will stay in marriages because they want to protect the child, even though it's detrimental to themselves.
A couple of questions about abusers, if I may. How do they generally rate on the scale of ability to charm and deceive others?
Quite highly. Those 8 years I taught domestic violence crimes, I got to know quite a few, and some were individual therapy clients also. Many of them, I used to say, have the gift of gab. They were very personable, friendly. Not all of them, but a large percent definitely were very much the charmer. Well. They'll hide the abuse, and they use it as a strategy to influence or control their victims.
Cluster B type personality disorders are the abusers.
Aye, but listen, at the end of the day, right, he's gone on like he's some sort of expert. Look at him. It's like
the court wouldn't allow him if he wasn't an expert.
Because he's read it out of a fucking book.
Well, no, he's had experience with people. Yes, he's an expert witness gamer. There are experts in this world,
I'm an expert when it comes to women, and even though I'm such an expert, I still haven't figured it out. So I didn't know he does just because he rated off a stupid fucking pie chart.
You can't be an expert witness unless you've got the credentials and the experience.
Oh,
like
whatever.
I'm an expert witness in relation to fraud. Like, it's not
Exactly.
just
Was he
somebody
there?
that
Was
knows
he
a
in
bit
this
about it.
relationship? That's a good question. And it on. Was he there? Was he there? Was he in this relationship? Was he watching them? Was he sitting there in the fucking cupboard having a wank?
He's here
I
to
mean-
provide expert testimony on the patterns
Ah,
of
well, I
abusers.
didn't buy it on it. I didn't get it wrong.
Exactly.
They get it. I would nothing. Sometimes they might just sometimes get it wrong, and they might
This
just speak English because it's the fucking job to do it.
Gamer.
They didn't really
Yeah.
care. They're not
This
emotionally involved. They weren't there. They didn't know
He's
what really
not
happened.
commenting.
But you
Gamer.
He's
do.
not commenting on their
You've
relationship.
seen people like these before. Like you suddenly know
Gamer.
everything about what's happened this time.
This geezer is an expert when it comes to domestic abuse, as
But not
as
every case,
Vincent
though, not
is
every
to
case.
hang on,
It
as
is.
Vincent is to
How
Star
could it be?
Seekery.
It's impossible.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know, there
Gamer,
will be,
he's not commenting specifically on their relationship. He's delivering the
Yeah.
facts of what
Yeah.
we as a people know about domestic abuse.
and
this
he's
is like
answering.
psychological
Yeah.
studies. It's
I
not
would
just
tell
he's
you,
made it
He's
up.
answering within his remit as well,
Yes.
Gamer. He's not straying onto areas where he's not an expert. He's sticking to, you know, where he.
You can't paint every page with the same brush.
You
No,
can.
there will be
There is
other
a
expert
specific-
witnesses, though. This is what juries do. They weigh up what the experts say.
Look
It's
at
not
her.
just
Look
him,
at her
is it?
fucking face. Look at her face. That's enough for me.
So what? That's why you're not a judge, Gamer. That's why we have judges who are experts and not you.
That's all I mean. She'd be gone straight to fucking jail if I was the judge.
Yeah, but that's why you're not a judge, Gamer.
Oh, well, I should be, because she'd be definitely
For
gone
saying
there.
retarded things like that. Like, you can read all you want.
I'm working when you get to the panel, AK.
A great example of somebody who likes to abuse women. Good choice, Gamer.
That's right up B Street, isn't it?
And I can't think of anything worse, living
No,
with a
yeah,
domestic
guys.
abuser. That must be
Guys,
horrifying.
please,
Like-
calm down.
5
That's
women,
like a-
Henry, die in the UK every week at the hands
Yeah,
of a
I
domestic
know.
abuser.
That
I
must
need
be
to-
like
I need to
the
hear
worst
that.
nightmare you could even imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Michael, you can't help yourself, can you? Right, calm down. 1 minute. AK, is that you?
Yes.
Right, that's it. Is it how you want to add to this madness?
Well, judges work for the government, yeah? Don't they?
Right, that's enough for me. I'll bring things up and continue with the video.
Is there a?
Well, they work for the
pattern?
people in the crown over here. You
Look,
know.
Pringle,
They work for the government.
Yeah, but you know, we have a say in what laws are made and what laws ain't made.
There's no buts.
Is there a
about it.
pattern, Mr. Ferris, of denying, rationalizing, minimizing, or blaming the victim in these relationships?
I can say a very high percentage, well, I don't know, over 90% I'd estimate of all my cases involve minimizing, denying, blaming. In fact, on the power and control wheel, I guess it's gone. It's one of the 8 categories is minimizing, denying, and blaming. And it's all a technique that she made me hit her. I didn't really do it. It wasn't that bad. They're always trying to minimize and talk their way out.
Oh, the fucking someone's objected. Just a bit. So I'd rather skip through it a little bit. I'm glad that's happened because he is boring the life out of me. I'm done with these domestic violence bullshit.
So when people watch that, they just believe it straight away, just like that. Bang.
Well, he's more credible
Because
as
he's a
somebody to
judge.
talk about this than just a random person who's
No,
got
how
no
much you
experience
think
in
that's
You
anything.
just bear in mind that somebody's life is being lost and she fucking shot him. Can we not take that one into account?
If he's a domestic abuser, good on her. Good. I hope it was a
Exactly.
slow, painful fucking death. Good.
Exactly.
I didn't
They're
believe him.
absolute
Buy it for
scum.
1 second, Agent X. I don't buy it for 1
Absolute
second.
scum. Yeah, but you're saying look at her body language. That to me looks like somebody that's getting
I just listening
re-traumatized.
now.
while
Body
thinking
language
about what
changed
the
now.
expert's
Listening
talking
now,
about.
taking down notes. But
So, Gamer,
with the
you are
body language,
prematurely
when I say
ejaculating
that,
right now. Hang on, you have to hear all the evidence, though.
I'm thinking,
For-
you know what will happen. I didn't know why you
Yeah,
even
but
tried.
Gamer, hang on a minute. You have to
No.
wait to hear every.
No, you have to wait. But her body language when she was getting cross-examined just gave away a lot of me. And I
So,
watched
Mr.
that.
Ferris,
I
I'm
was
going to
on
give you a
edge.
series of hypotheticals, and I'd like you to tell us if it's consistent with abuse.
Yes, sir.
Shooting a gun in the kitchen of a home in an effort to intimidate the victim to stop speaking, throwing the loaded gun at the victim, cruelty to pets, punching a dog in the face hard enough to knock the dog unconscious, throwing a cat down the steps, placing a tracker on the victim's car, an illegal tracker, throwing things, breaking things, yelling, screaming, belittling, cursing, humiliating, declaring such statements as rid the earth, being in a murderous mood, kill all the bad people, take them out, being caught at night, peering into windows of the victim's home, violating a no contact order by sending a package, driving from South Carolina to Florida to be able to follow the victim, suicidal threats if the victim leaves, more than 30 years age difference, and finally, prior marital history whereby the prior wife explains how she was beat up on the honeymoon.
Yes,
Would
all of
that be
them.
consistent with
Shoot,
abuse?
Crinkler, shoot.
Absolutely. And not only absolutely, but those are checklist points right off the Duluth Power and Control wheel and right off my experience. They're stereotypical abuse techniques.
All right, and now my last question for you, Mr. Ferris, is I'm going to give you a hypothetical
Yes, gives it all away to me.
and tell me if this would be consistent with someone who suffers from abuse. Sending texts that are conciliatory with friendly emojis, accompanying the abuser during child time sharing ventures, acting deferential and subservient in joint therapy sessions, but decisively different in individual sessions, fearful of the abuser finding out the victim described him as controlling, manipulative, and abusive, and being exposed to threats, intimidation, pushing, holding down, humiliating, cursing. Would that be consistent with a victim of domestic violence?
Without a doubt, these are, again, techniques of compliance, not wanting to poke the bear, walking on eggshells, trying to minimize harm to themselves and their children. They'll put up a front. They don't want anyone to know, and they don't want their abuser to be angry by them disclosing. So, yes.
Lastly, one other factor I neglected to mention. Would a video
walked in?
of the abuser and the
Yeah. Who was she behind that woman there who's just walked in because they keep on focusing on her? And I'm wondering why. Does anybody know in the chat?
Maybe
I
it's
wonder
the
why.
ex-wife. Maybe it's the ex-wife that you just hypothetically mentioned that she got battered on her honeymoon.
I've got a couple of questions here I'll answer for the chat because
Wow.
they're asking us stuff. So
I can't believe you're
Ray,
watching
that
this
face
shit.
says abuse victim to me. I disagree.
I can't
because of
believe
you.
you're watching this shit.
I disagree all day. It looks guilty as sin to me. Gamer, why you're not answering me? You're so good looking. Right, that's enough for me. You can just get timed out. I'm not bothered about that bullshit.
Why do you bother
You're so
watching
good
this?
looking. I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean? No, I look like I'm on a fucking dating app. Right.
Unbelievable.
Any more questions about this?
Why are
We
you
both are watching
shit?
this because we're bored of you. Hang on, AK. Right. I'll answer him. We want to.
What is the point? What is the point?
AK, what do you want to add?
No, what is the point in watching this crap when there's fucking other shit going on the planet.
Well,
Which
if
is
you didn't want to watch
destroying the
it,
planet.
KK, you didn't have to be here.
Yeah.
You're the one sitting on the panel
We're
watching it.
tired of you not telling us.
Oh,
Hold
we're
on,
tired
Pringle.
of you not
If
telling us
you're
what.
the one sitting on the
What
panel
you've
I
heard
think
a
it's
million times
triggering
from me.
AK. I think it's triggering
I
AK
know,
from when he
and
has
I
to
think
go
no,
to
it's
Agent
not.
X.
similar.
He's the one sitting on the
I
panel,
think it's
fucking
just
watching, and he's saying, "Oh, what we're doing, sitting here watching it."
I think the people who are watching this are sick themselves.
Well,
Really?
you're
Well,
doing it
yourself
yourself.
included, you weirdo.
No, come on.
Have you
Agent
ever had
X,
anything
an
else
accusation?
like
tell him.
AK,
I mean,
have you ever had an
can slag me
accusation
off
of
all you
domestic
want
abuse?
about star
Have
seeds and
you
all that.
have
If
you
Have you
ever
ever
had
had
an
an
accusation?
accusation?
and you get back up,
Have you ever had
from
these
other
weirdo
people.
accusations,
Do you
AK?
know what I mean?
Have you ever been
Go for
accused
it.
of domestic abuse,
No,
AK?
no. I've never touched a woman or hurt a woman in my life or a child. So
You are
for
a
you
woman?
to say
No,
for
why?
you
You
to
are
say
a
I have,
woman? You are a
I'm
woman?
only
I would either
asking.
be a bitch slapping a bitch,
No,
really,
no,
wouldn't it?
no.
You fucking pussy.
Why are you watching this shit?
Well, why are you here?
Because I'm trying to fucking help ya.
Are you trying to help
Is
me?
it?
Yeah.
Are there any Starseed expert
No,
witnesses,
Agent
AK?
X. Have you been abused in your previous life? If you've ever,
I haven't.
No, you haven't. Good, right?
Do you think I would
I've
let
never
you
laid
abuse
one
her
hand
in
on
my
a woman.
presence? Do you think
I've
she's
never.
going to get abused in my
No,
presence
I'm
off the
talking
likes
to
of
Agent
you?
X gamer, not you.
No, what do you mean, not me?
I'm not
You're
talking
my
to you. I'm
panel.
talking to
I'll see
Agent
what I
X.
want, you little div.
Why are you watching this shit? What's the
Why
matter
am I
with you?
watching shit? I
What
enjoy
is the
it.
matter
I'm
with
watching the
you?
case,
What is the
okay?
matter
I'm
with you,
interested
Agent
in it.
X?
Is that okay
What is
with
your
you?
problem?
To learn.
What is
I'm
your
not
problem?
learn.
allowed to be interested
you
in the
love me?
trial, which
you
I just
love
think
me?
that's just full of shit.
Do you love
Agent
me?
X disagrees, people
you love me?
disagree. So I'm interested in to see the result and what really
I
happens.
think you do.
Is that okay with you?
Because you can't stop
We're
talking
learning,
about me.
AK.
You can't. No,
We're
you can't
learning.
stop talking about me on YouTube. Do you know
We're
what I mean?
learning as a
You're
community.
When you on
We are
YouTube,
You need
you
to
learning.
come
open
on
your
my
eyes, I told
channel.
ya.
You come on my
You
channel
need
and
to
say I
open
can't
your
talk
eyes.
about you.
I'm
Are
not
you
talking to you,
fucking-
gamer.
Who are you trying to kid? Yourself or everyone?
Everything's
Agent
about
X.
him, isn't it?
You need to open your eyes.
I need
Right.
to open my eyes.
No, not you, gamer. Agent X, I said.
We're
You
learning as a
really
Why don't you
speak to my
open your
community.
queen like that?
eyes?
That's what
Here,
we
mate,
do,
let
What are you
AK.
so
me speak before
scared
you
of?
speak to
What
my
is your
queen,
problem?
okay?
Why are you so scared?
What, scared of
Nobody's
you?
scared. You sound scared that we're all
No,
learning
I'm not
together
scared
as a
of nothing.
community, which is what
You,
Starseeds are
yeah,
supposed to do.
but you can't stop.
Enlightenment.
You can't stop talking about starseeds.
Kringle!
And now everyone's calling them
terrorise
starseeds.
me,
Why is
Kringle!
that? Why is that, Agent X?
Gamer,
Why
don't
is
let him
everyone-
start this
Why
shit.
is everyone?
Like, this
No,
shit can go on all night.
Kringle,
Right.
going
Why does everyone?
Let me
why does
answer him. Let me. AK, the reason why we're watching this is because we're bored of you telling us we're scared of the
Oh,
truth
right.
that you won't even say what that truth is. So shut up.
Why did you just leave? Then?
We don't want
Why
to
did
hear you.
just
We want to
leave?
watch
Why
this.
did you leave?
We don't
He's
care.
put back
What?
praise.
Look. Yes. So look. Shut up,
Well,
AK, because
well,
this
fucking-
can go
why
on
don't you-
all
why don't
night
you block
without
me then?
getting
Why
anywhere.
don't you block me?
You're not helping humanity do anything, so you're as useful as a plastic toy
Oh,
in a
here we go,
Christmas
here we
cracker.
go. The criticism.
That's how useful you are, unless you can solve some of.
Kringle, didn't even give him the positive intel, okay? Didn't even give him the positive intel. Just got all negative, terror.
Well, you carry on watching
bullshit of
crap.
them.
You carry on
That's
watching
an order.
crap then.
Execute order 66.
Yeah, 66.
Yeah, AK,
That's when I was
please.
born,
We
right?
can go around this
hell.
scared of the truth thing again
Oh, yeah,
anytime.
Crinkle,
Shut up.
crinkle, little star.
Yes.
I wonder where you really
You're as
are.
useful as a plastic toy in
I
a
wonder
Christmas
where
cracker
you
from
really
fucking
are.
Woolworths. Right, unless you can solve humanity's
star.
problems as a
That's all
starseed,
you are, Crinkle.
you are irrelevant. Shut up. We're bored of you. I'm bored.
Why don't you
Like,
block
because
me
we
then?
just go around in circles. So shut up. We're watching a
learning.
court case.
We're learning, okay.
Yeah, we
Why
are
you
learning the truth.
criticizing
Yeah,
people for
this is
learning?
the truth.
Learning?
Right, this is the
Learning?
truth. This goes on
Learning
out
about
in the
what?
world. It's true.
Learning
It's
about
real.
what?
Right,
You
and
ain't
they're
got a
just
clue
filming
about
it.
the
Shut up,
real world.
AK.
You ain't got a clue about the real world,
Right.
right?
Yeah, yes, we've been through this. It just goes on. I could come back in 9 hours and it would be the same conversation. You're scared of the truth. What truth?
Trying
I'm
to
not
bring
telling
it
you.
back
Do
to
your
the
own research.
fairy bullshit.
You're scared of the truth.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that, Crinkle. We'll get the court back into the session.
Exactly. I mean,
You
it'll
have a
just go on all night
restaurant
otherwise.
with the child and another adult, whereby they are all acting happy. Be consistent as well.
Well, certainly, if you're asking, they're acting happy, is she still a victim of domestic violence? Definitely, and it also could be extreme jealousy, possession, your mind, those sort of things.
And I didn't add those facts. You're adding those facts, right?
Well, under the power and control world, the last item, I don't know if you actually mentioned it, using jealousy to justify actions.
And if that was not a factor, that's not a factor. My scenario.
Then isolation component may not be part of that, component for the scenario we're looking at, the couple we're looking at.
And why do you say may not? What part of that would apply?
Well, would not be.
Okay, thank you. Using the children,
Mhm.
if the hypothetical victim had custody of the child and attempted to terminate parental rights, and the hypothetical abuser had to seek court intervention to get the child,
Right.
would that be a factor in your consideration of whether children were being used? If she had sole control of the child.
So you're asking me if I could just reframe that the alleged abuser is not he's not using child against their alleged victim, then they're not necessarily guilty of using the children.
I'm not asking if it's guilty. I'm just asking if that would apply. We've talked about how these
Right.
things apply.
It may not apply. It would not apply. But I think if I could mention, you're missing the point of the power control wheel. This is about pattern of behavior.
I'm not missing
Okay.
it. I'm just asking hypothetical
Okay.
questions. How about the using a male privilege? If that hypothetical abuser was not having any control over her big decisions or did not live with her, so was not being the master of the castle, was not treating her like a servant because they lived separately, and was not defining their roles. In fact, was offering to purchase things, get her anything she needed, those kind of things. Would you agree with me if those were the facts of a relationship, male privilege would not apply?
No, I wouldn't agree with you.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, the men's roles, and when you say purchasing things, I would want to look into what is that a concept of what the role is. I'm the man. I purchase things. I control things for you. I decide what to get, et cetera. So that could be a male privilege issue.
Okay, and I understand that, and that was a poor fact scenario in mine. I think it kind of goes with the economic abuse, and what I should have asked is, if she's asking for, can you stop and get me boxes, or can you stop and get me tape, or can you stop and get me something else, and he is, yes, of course, and he does it. That's what I'm talking about, not him telling her what she may have.
So in terms of him buying things for her that she's asking for, I wouldn't consider that to be domestic violence.
Okay, you would not.
No.
Okay. And so that's, other than that caveat, then male privilege wouldn't necessarily apply to the cycle that we're in, under my facts.
The facts are not complete enough for me to come to the conclusion.
How about minimizing, denying, and blaming? What you said that was present in 90% of the cases.
Quite a bit, yes.
Right.
Mhm.
I think you said 90.
I did.
What if the hypothetical abuser says, I was wrong. I lost control. I shouldn't have done those things, and never says it was your fault that you did those things. Would you then feel like that's not minimizing, denying, and blaming?
No, I wouldn't agree with that,
Okay.
because it could be that part of the strategy of minimizing could be that I'm sorry I didn't do it. That could just be minimizing.
I'm sorry no, not I didn't do it. I'm sorry I did it.
Right.
That's part of
That's
minimizing?
still, yes.
Well, certainly not denying or blaming, right?
I would need more definitive
I guess
facts.
I need an explanation on if somebody takes responsibility for accusations against them,
Right.
how that is minimizing. Just to say, yes, you are correct, and I am sorry.
It could be a way to dialogue or to minimize what occurred by accepting blame for it, and that could be part of their scenario.
Could it also be the opposite?
Yes,
that person
it could
is
be.
taking credit, is taking responsibility for their actions.
Right. Certainly it doesn't deny that it happened. That's for sure.
Right.
Okay.
And no blame being.
See, it could be either way, then, couldn't
They say
it?
it's my fault.
Well, just because someone
On
apologizes
this
doesn't
point,
mean
yes.
they weren't
Definitely says it
abusive.
could be either way, Crinkle.
I'm just talking
Oh,
about
yes.
factors on this wheel.
Right.
And whether or not, if somebody, under my hypothetical, admits to responsibility for the accused abuse and apologizes for that, whether or not you would consider that denying and blaming.
I would need more information on the relationship in this scenario to decide that.
Is there a scenario? Okay. How about using emotional abuse? If there's no accusations of any name calling or telling her what to wear, this hypothetical victim, in fact, she's comfortable enough to wear a sports bra and shorts around him. There's no displaying weapons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. No evidence in their relationship of playing mind games or humiliating her or making her feel bad about herself. Would you agree with me that that might not be a factor?
Well, you gave me a discrete list, but emotional abuse also includes name calling,
Okay.
putting
Really
someone down,
big.
affecting them emotionally.
I guess, is there a scenario, Mr. Ferris, where you will agree with me that a relationship might not include emotional abuse? Because I don't know how to give you enough factors for you to say, no,
Yeah.
it may not.
Yeah, I can't help you with that. I'm not asking the questions.
Oh, I was asking you one. If
I
there was a
know I'm
scenario.
not. You are.
Okay. Would you take into
They would
account,
even not
based
comment
on,
themselves.
with these factors such as emotional abuse, economic abuse, male privilege, using children, all of these, if the alleged victim, or let me give you a scenario. She does not live with him. She's actually in another relationship, potentially engaged to a new man.
Okay.
She tells him that she does not want to be with him,
Okay.
and she plans to move away without him. Would those be factors that you would have to take into account when deciding if that relationship fit this power and control?
Well, that would be factors of the relationship, but I haven't heard you say anything about what their history is, what trauma she's experienced, what's going on with children in their lives, all sorts of other dimensions of the relationship.
I guess, so is there no scenario where there can be abuse in a relationship and then there no longer is abuse, where they are no longer in this wheel? Because the way you're answering your questions, that's the impression I'm getting.
So there, I have come across situations where there's an emotional abuse or a physical abuse, but it's not a pattern or behavior. It doesn't go on over a period of time in an attempt to control someone. So if I may, if someone pushes down their girlfriend on a night out and he gets arrested for domestic violence because they live together, it's a battery, that's domestic violence, but that's it. She's not appeasing, she's not put an emotion, the whole power control dynamic isn't happening. That is domestic violence under criminal law, but it isn't domestic violence in the sense of a pattern or behavior to try to get the appeasement or this sort of consensus out of a victim where they're afraid to poke the bear, all the things I've already talked about. So if that answers your question.
It didn't. Is it your testimony that once a relationship has these power and control aspects, that is forever, even if there's no continued allegations of abuse for years, no continued allegations of abuse, no continued allegations of...
I'm taking a little break.
I would say yes to that question.
You can.
Once you're in that mode, I would say it's probably impossible to get out of it without some serious help.
You
what do I know? I'm not an expert.
talk for a minute. You can both talk. I'm like I said, I'm taking a break. Just literally
Long break.
put my head in a sink or something. Because it does do me head in, you know, because it's the stuff I've heard a million times. Remember, I've been on domestic violence courses for fucking self, and I've heard all this stuff before. And I know I like
It's the fact that they're reasoning things through like adults, hard for you to go along with.
You speak once
This is what adults do, though. They reason. There's a lot of.
You can speak when I come from your little break.
He finds it hard.
I know, like, you can get wound up in relationships, right? But it still wouldn't excuse me from whipping out the gun and shooting our ass. Because the shoe is on the other foot today. That's why I'm interested. That's why I want to watch it. Because I knew this would be something like my level in the case. I was just like, what the fuck is this? So I'll let you speak. I'm going to go for me a little 5-minute break.
Yeah, what this demonstrates is that there's a lot of subtlety and grey areas and lots of things to think about before you blunder in and make decisions about what's going on, gamer. Like, that's why you're not a judge, because you've already got a guilty. So there's lots of things. It's what people do in a proper reasoned fashion, gamer. I know you find it hard, but you know, I'll let you off.
It
Go on.
is sort of beautiful, the dance of the court.
It's not me.
It is, because every stone is unturned.
I'm
You
not
know,
even-
there's no stone left unturned.
Listen, hang on, man, you stupid southern fucking cunt. I'm
Go
not
and
gonna
have a bong
be-
and chill
You're
out,
gonna be asking
gamer.
me questions directed to Agent X. He'll respond for me, okay? It's my
Well,
public
this is what
statement. I'm
you
in
see.
a different room, so stop asking
If
me
you
stuff. I'm not
if you was a
even-
witness in court and you see when
Go
you
and
ask
chill
gamer
out,
awkward,
gamer. Have a bong.
he don't like awkward questions. So when you go to court, you know you gotta sit there and listen, gamer. You know what I'm saying, rather than just start shouting.
Should, like, you got to have an open mind. That's the purpose of a trial. You get both
Exactly.
sides, and then you can make a weighed judgment based on the
Yeah.
evidence.
And there's
Not
lots of
personal
stuff you go,
experience.
oh, yeah. There's lots of stuff that will come up from the experts that you've never considered as well. And you go, wow, didn't really think about that part of it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like listening to these sorts of cases. Any court case. I like those police interviews. Have you seen some of them psychology ones? Where they analyze the interview, and I love them ones as well, man. I had a
That's
little.
what I fall asleep to. I find it really soothing.
I had a little bug listening to all of them. I've watched them all on one of these sites where they do that, something psychology or something like that. And so yeah, I like them ones.
Yeah,
And
there's
they
loads
analyze
on
the
YouTube.
body language a bit, and then you know the answers, and yeah, I like that shit.
You learn a lot because it teaches you about interrogation techniques and stuff like that, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So if you're ever in an interview room, you know exactly what they're playing. But it is, I don't think people grasp the concept, you know, of the flow of a court and the purpose of everything.
Yeah. Well, gamers certainly don't.
But this is it. I think people, especially something like domestic abuse, you know, they may have had their own experiences. They can't help. They can't keep independent from that and just
Yeah,
look at it outside of themselves, can they?
yeah. Very complicated. Shows you how complex the real world is. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot more to it.
That's it. And like I said to AK, we're learning. We're all learning together. That's what I like about this kind of thing, you know,
Yeah,
different
exactly.
opinions, different viewpoints, that kind of thing.
This is the truth. This is the truth as well. This is what's going on in the world. It must be the truth. It's going on, so it's true.
Right, I'm back.
So,
I'm back. Right.
you-
So
sound
any
filled.
criticism? Any criticism before I continue?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
AK
did ask
left is the
AK.
truth.
Yeah, look at both of you. Yeah, holding your hands up. Yeah.
AK left. AK left because he's scared of the truth. This
No,
is
I
the
kicked him.
truth.
No, did I fuck out? He didn't leave. I kicked him.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he left. He left.
No, I didn't. I kicked him. Didn't
Don't
like
give
him. I know what I've done. I've got the
Don't let him off like that.
I
He's
know
a
what I've done. I kicked
disruptor.
him. I kicked him
That's
because
all he
once he
does,
started
AK.
waffling on like that, I was just
Exactly.
like, bye.
So,
He's
what
an
do you think of it?
egomaniac.
I think the is that yeah, it must be the prosecution. Ask the woman's on the prosecution side.
Right.
Oh, I think she's on the defense, isn't she? Oh, yeah, prosecution.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
trying to pick him apart.
yeah. Trying to undermine some of his stuff.
Oh, how do I do it again? Oh, I didn't want it on that one. I wanted where there's just like I don't know.
They've been showing
she is.
a few UK court stuff, like appeals for.
Like Crinkle Helpers games on punters on like full
What?
full like layout. I didn't want it like that.
Press one of the other buttons then.
Oh wait there, hold on. I might have worked it out.
But yeah, that's the purpose
Yeah,
of it.
I've done it.
The solicitors have got to
Right.
discredit any witnesses.
Yeah,
But she's being
This
so
poor
vague.
old domestic violence dude
That's
is
right.
getting on my tits, right? And I cannot wait for his evidence to be over because I've basically heard like anything you could possibly tell us, and it's just no, I've not heard before. So I cannot wait for his evidence to be over, and I just want to see, but is she getting sentenced today or not? I don't think she is, because I'll be
No,
gone in
doubt it.
position soon.
definitely not.
Oh shit, I've done it again.
What's
There
her
you go.
name, anyways? Anyone know her name?
Ashley Heavenfield.
Oh yeah, I can see it
Benefield,
on the
it says
screen.
there.
Emotional abuse. Never any allegations of sexual.
Ah, the back of the bench again. Yeah, we'll wind it a bit. See what I went to the bench for.
But she is being intentionally sort of vague, isn't she? Must be difficult to answer a hypothetical.
Oh, they've been at the bench a while. Something's gone on.
Well, I see continued.
I'm only looking at the screenshots there, but something's went on. We'll just get back to it. We can talk though. We can talk about it in like at the bench. I'll be objecting like I don't know. If it was bullshit, I'd be like, nah, objection. Here, say, like a foundation.
Like a
Oh, dear.
foundation.
It's such a dickhead. Like
I
a
will. I did.
foundation.
Remember, Crinkle? I did take the baby.
Foundation and you didn't put me makeup.
Listen to us, Crinkle.
Go ahead and have a seat.
You got me
My name's Judge White. I'm
foundation.
presiding over the
Wait there,
case.
wait there, the back of the
Just make yourself comfortable in that chair. You want to be about 12 to 15 inches from that microphone. You can adjust it up, down, left, right, however you need. If you just speak in a loud, clear voice, we
witness.
should hear you just fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you tell us your full name, spell your last name, please?
Gina Torcia, Torchia.
Ms. Portia, did you
Portia.
at one time
Miss
work for
Portia.
an attorney by the name of Stephanie Murphy?
Yes, sir.
Back in
Father Mercedes.
June of 2018, would you have been employed under Ms. Murphy's guidance?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall exchanging an email with Detective Gillum on June 5th, 2018?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an opportunity to review it?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pass to you, Ms. Torsia, what I've marked as defendant's exhibit number 25, and ask you if you can identify it for us.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's an email from Detective Gillum.
And does it include a response from you? Or is it a response to your initial email to him?
It's a response from my initial email to him.
Okay, and is it a true and accurate copy of your email to him and Detective Gillum's response?
Yes, sir.
Move to introduce it into evidence at this point, Your Honor, Defense Exhibit 25.
Same objection?
Yes.
Overruled.
All right, now,
Defendant Exhibit 25 will be received.
Ms. Torcha, did you on this day send Detective Gillum a copy of the South Carolina domestic violence restraining order?
No, because we were not aware of one.
Okay. Does he send you a copy of the order?
He does send me a copy of the order, but there was never an order entered into the Charleston County Clerk's or the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
So we had no proof of an order at the time.
Would you please read for us, Ms. Torcha, Detective Gillum's response to you on Tuesday, June 5th, 2018?
Sorry, guys. I'm not aware of this. What's going on?
Well, it will become clear as you go along when you start hearing the questions.
I'm not talking
Who
about.
she is, and
I'm not talking about this court case. I'm talking about Libertarian Mind's comment. What the
What?
fuck? 6 or 7 girls have just been stabbed.
yeah.
Has anyone got any more intel on that?
Okay. Nope, not heard of that. Must have just happened.
Yeah, today, this afternoon, there's a mass stabbing, in Southport. Apparently
Okay.
something to do with a nursery. Some children have been
All
injured
right.
and they've gone to Alder Hay.
The guy did comment earlier on, but I thought he was just trolling, talking shite, and I didn't believe him. I'm looking on my phone now before I start with this.
Oh yeah, Southport stabbing,
Some shit.
major incident, and
You see
Yeah,
Southport. You
breaking
did,
news
yeah.
apparently. Yeah, that's not far from where I used to live.
let the speculation begin.
Bear
Yeah,
with us.
children have been
Just
injured.
bear with us
I
2
know that
minutes.
much. They're at Alder Hay.
There you go. Already, John Tracy.
Bear with us 1 minute, please, Crinkle.
There you go. I knew that. I knew that. Well, in history.
Crinkle, will you shut up for 1 minute?
Wait a minute. Well, if you're not talking, I just want to say, historically,
No, I tell
it
you
doesn't.
this.
Yeah, I think it's near where Zara lives, isn't it?
Sorry, Agent X. 1 more minute.
The man's been detained.
Yeah. 6 or 7 girls have just been starved. I don't know. I'm continue with this Agent X, you know.
Let Henry back on there, but is he still in the back?
Like,
Yeah, 8
can't
people
do me
altogether.
anymore.
So yeah, just about to say, I knew they would all start blaming, you know, somebody who's not native. Typical from this.
Oh, Emmy,
It's
you've got.
ironic that we're watching a court
Emmy,
case
you've got to feel
as
sorry
well.
for the fucking girls who's fucking
Isn't it
dead.
ironic though, Gamer, that before you can blame anyone of anything and convict someone of something,
That's why I don't like
we're
it.
watching a court case where you have to have some evidence and you have to prove it, and you can't just say these things. And so that's why we're watching this, to not be like libertarian minded and John Tracy.
There's not any humane in your body and taking into consideration.
Yes, of course, I'm concerned, and my heart goes out to all the families and all that. But to start fucking blaming already somebody who may be brown skinned is disgraceful. You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, they should be ashamed of themselves, not me.
I hate you, you know.
Well, it's true though, Gamer.
It just says a man is in
someone took
custody.
them eggs off you and ran them down your throat, you know.
Well, they're more immoral than anything I've said. They already know who's done it. No, you don't know who's done it. So
I'm just
shut
saying,
the fuck up.
Yeah, I can't
You've got to be. Hang on, though. You're more genuine if you say, "Look, I don't know. Let's wait and find out." They're all quick to jump in and start tarnishing certain groups of people. You ain't got a fucking clue.
What you do to me, you just make me more angry, you know. I'm more powerful.
Oh, am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I correct?
Wrong. Everything about you is wrong.
Right. Am I correct or am I not correct to say that you're jumping to conclusions?
What's right?
Yeah, it's right not to blame.
Everything. Yes,
oh, fuck you, Gamer. It's right not to start blaming people before you know anything.
Because you know what I'll do.
Right. You could have actually said it before any event.
You know what I mean? Crinkle, everything about you is wrong.
Gamer, block me one more time and I'm off, because, I'm talking sense. You can't start blaming anyone yet. Oh, come on. It's what idiots do who don't know how to think. That's what they do. They blame a group. This is a great opportunity for someone like Welshie to get in there and say that first. You're a dickhead if you blaming anyone.
Welshie is better off without you.
Oh, fuck you. I'll see you later, Gamer.
Go on,
it's ironic when you're watching a court case as well. Ain't that funny? Right, see you later.
Go on, fuck off.
Take care, Henry. But it does just state a man.
Not many can get rid of Crinkle,
background. I'm going to have to go in a minute, Liv. I've been on here for ages. I've got stuff to do.
No, it is. I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to get a bit sick of this now. I'll watch another half an hour of it, but then that is me max. I want to tap the dog out.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in the chat, Liv, and so I can crack on with what I've got to do.
What do you mean?
I need to do jobs. I've not been well, have I? So I've got loads to do today.
All right. I thought you were talking about in the chat.
No,
Do what I've got
I'll
to
be
do
in the chat
I was
though,
getting, what do you
watching.
mean?
I'll be in the chat. Thanks for having me up, love.
No, you're fine. It's always a pleasure, Next, you know that.
All right, love. You take care. See you in a bit.
You take care too. Take care. So we'll just continue. Just caught heavily in recession. I will put up in case anyone does want to keep us company. No, I didn't really mind because I'll not be staying on forever. They've got to get in recession soon. I do like to try, but these 5-day ones kill me. I didn't even know why I put myself through it. And now there's other things going on down Southport and that way I haven't properly looked yet. I've had a look. And these said me prayers or whatever's going on, and I will check it out. But I am going to continue with this in anyway. That's a part of the video. I don't get it. Didn't know what's going on here. Didn't need narrating it. So I just clearly listen to whatever just getting told.
All right, members of the jury, I think it's a great time for our mid-morning break. So I'm going to send you out. Be about 10 minutes or so. Feel free to use the facilities. You can use your phones if you need to send or receive text messages, emails, phone calls, anything like that. Please don't begin any sort of deliberations or discussions amongst yourselves about the case. Don't discuss the case with anybody outside the jury. And don't do any research on the people, places, things, or legal topics we've heard anything about. And 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I also want to give everybody else in here a break as well. So, see you back in a few minutes.
15 minutes? What the fuck have I meant to do with Anakin in 15 minutes? Having a laugh. Oh, we're going to miss some of this. I'm going out with Anakin. 15 minutes, my ass. I'll not be back in 15 minutes.
You can have a seat. All right, so the issue is a police report that I haven't seen, but it's my understanding what it says is that Miss Benefield went physically to the telephone reporting unit of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to summarize, you can correct me.
Oh, get on with it, yeah. What have we got in recess? 15 minutes. That's what I heard. I'm hearing things.
All right, so this isn't marked. Is it? Did you seek to admit it as an exhibit or just testimony?
No, just testimony.
All right, so you expect the testimony would be from a deputy with the sheriff's office that Miss Benefield went to the telephone reporting unit.
So we're going on here. Presenting the
On
evidence
December
now.
6, 2019. That Miss Benefield wanted to document the fact that her estranged husband admitted in a text message that he placed a tracking device on her vehicle in the past. That she has observed him driving behind her on multiple occasions, which concerns her. And she wanted this information documented. She brought her vehicle to a local auto dealer, but a tracker could not be found. due to the fact a tracking device was never observed on a vehicle, an information report was completed.
I know who did it. It was her. She shot the boyfriend. Cold blood murder. But she was pissed off.
All right,
Getting
any
on
objection?
with
The objection, judges, that anything contained in this report,
Well,
which the nature of this report, according to it, is information. But anything contained in this report is hearsay, other than that Ms. Benefield physically appeared at TRU on December 6th, 2019, because everything that Mr. Deputy Lindsay wrote down was told to him by Ms. Benefield. And so the state would object to his being able to testify to anything other than she appeared at TRU on that date, which seems irrelevant, if he remembers.
Proponent, defense?
Yes, so it clearly goes to her state of mind.
Doesn't prove
at
anything
the
either
time,
to
and
this.
it also
Doesn't
corroborates her
prove that
defense.
she's not guilty of murder.
I do not plan to ask the deputy to read it. I'm going to ask him if he took a report from Ms. Benefield, what the date was, and whether or not it was her reporting about a tracker being placed on her vehicle. That's all.
And that's hearsay, in the state's opinion, Judge, because it's self-serving hearsay. It's actually hearsay within hearsay, I think. That if he wrote something and asking him what he wrote in a report about somebody else told him, but it's at least one level.
All right, thank you both very much. The purported reason for the introduction of this testimony, according to the defense, is to show the defendant's state of mind and that it corroborates her defense. Both of those sound to me like the introduction of this report to the sheriff's office regarding a tracker is being offered for the truth of the matter asserted that a tracker was placed. That would obviously make this hearsay. It's the introduction of an out-of-court statement to prove the truth of the matter asserted. That being that a tracker was placed on her vehicle, thereby corroborating the testimony that has already been provided. My notes are that it's already been testified to that the tracker was placed on the defendant's vehicle. And my notes are that she testified, or it's been established, that the victim in this particular case admitted that he placed it on her vehicle.
Yes.
So that's already in. And I think I said this the other day, and it bears repeating. So this is self-serving hearsay. It's clearly excluded. I will just note a secondary reason would be the relevance of this report. The issue is not whether or not she reported it to the authorities. The issue is not whether it's true or it's not true. The case law is very clear on this. It's not relevant whether law enforcement believed her or didn't believe her. The purpose of allowing these prior bad acts, and I say prior bad acts instead of going into all the different ways that can be done, but in a self-defense case, once the defendant has established there was an overt act, prior incidents of violence and intimidation and threats can come into evidence. The case law is very clear. They may be true, they may not be true. The issue is, what did the defendant know on the day that the force was used? And so those prior acts of the specific incidences of prior bad acts or prior violence don't have to have happened to her. She just has to know about them. And the tracker issue, while not necessarily violent, certainly it's intimidating. And I allowed it. I don't remember if the state objected or not, but I allowed that in. The testimony is in. Whether she reported it to law enforcement is of no moment. Whether it's true or not, because put it this way, the tracker wasn't found, so it was just an information report. It doesn't matter if it was found or not. It doesn't matter if this officer believed her or not. The issue is, it's something she's aware of. She testified to an overt act. It's already in evidence. So at this point, I will. This is not marked. What was the? I don't even. Who's the next person? What was his name or her name?
Lindsay.
It was Deputy Lindell.
Lindsay. Scott Lindsay. It's on
Scott.
the top of the report.
Scott Lindsay, I'm sorry. L-I-D. L-I-N-D-S.
I can't wait for her to get lighted off. I hope she gets a fucking electric chair.
So, I mean, you could call him, but the substance of her walking in, him taking a report, again, none of that is relevant to the issue of her knowledge of prior incidents.
Your comments mean a lot.
That's all I was calling him for, so. Yeah.
All right, I do want to give you all a break, though. I know we started at 9. It's about 10:30. I think it's reasonable to go ahead and take a break. So why don't you guys take 10 minutes?
Thank you, Judge.
I'm not taking anything every 10 minutes. Not happening. Doesn't need to get out. Been here for a way in the pool and that, but I want to take them out. Can I do it in 10 minutes? Can I? They've got to go for a proper dinner break, man. It was about an hour before, wasn't it? See, stuff's gone on. Whispers. Great to have these cameras inside of these courts. Because this is where you end up. You basically fuck the police. But if you can learn this, then you've got much more of a chance of defending yourself, at least. The only reason I like to know, just in case they try to get me in the dock. It's a kind of hard job. No, but I know. I will put up a link in case anyone wants to join, but it says 10 minutes. God almighty. Alright, just chill. Items are these. I want to test out these new leads as well. Talking about. Fucking about with it again. I always blame Crinkle, like Afghan song, I blame Crinkle. Shame the adling didn't go further, and I'm just getting, must be Crinkle. Probably is most of the time though. Hi Nicole. Just waiting for Lee to come back on. I didn't know what else the people got. To be honest, it's like, what more do you want to know? You know what these trousers like. It's in day 5 now. So, like, bloody hell. Just so you can find the guilty. Just find the guilty and give the electric chair. Matter what, the green man. Green man. Mark the green man. Oh, Anakin, shut up. Anakin, shut up. Right, enough of that. I'll give you. Anakin, stop it. Are you taking a piss? say, look. What you talking about my company? What you saying about my company? Yeah, but your company is counting on you. All right, I thought you were trying to diss it until I read it all. Counting on me, I don't know what you expect me to do. People think I'm an influencer. I'm not. I'm not. I just make stupid videos on YouTube. I'm not. I'm not the guy you're looking for. It's not me. Yeah. I'm not Tommy Robinson. I'm not Live Free. I'm not News New Yorkshire. I'm not Marty B. Not DG Audit, EAB, Charlie V. Any of them. Nowhere near on their level. I do love these commentaries. I do. Marty Blackbur's set up the plate you can tell. So I do love comments like that, but I'm sorry. I didn't really think I could ever do it on that level. And I'm not going to try to kid myself and say I can. No point trying to do something that you didn't even think you're capable of. You need to at least know you're capable of it before you attempt it. I can get them at my own videos still, and still do that. But what I'm saying is I can't do it on these guys' level. Never will. Not gonna happen, unfortunately. But I'm proud to be a part of it in any way. And as part of that, everyone I've met, the following I've got, I'm proud of it. Proud of what I've achieved. I'm not as ungrateful as what sometimes I make out, because I kind of come across like that. And again, you just give away, and there's no there. No, cheese for knocking me bottle of one. Still waiting for these to get back in process. I'll put the link again in case anyone does want to join. No, you know my mama's by now. There's no point in blabbing on and sounding like a broken record. You know where my mamas are. There's no point in going on about it. And I will do what I want and make me little videos. I didn't need anyone hold me hand either doing it. I can't do it by myself. And I've got a right funny one coming soon. If I have my way. I'm not going to tell you nothing because it's a secret mission. It'll be a right little funny one. Yeah, I think they're coming back in now. I've done Newcastle Road, John. Done. I don't know what else to do now. Because Monuments basically the most interesting place for me when I wonder about where the people are. And then maybe the Eldon Square, that little bit outside the shopping centre at Eldon Square. That's sometimes entertaining. But other than that, it's just like same shite. And I'm not going to be recording people sitting in bloody doorways if I didn't want to record them. Because I've tested it and I've looked back and thought about it and thought, it's like a little bit below the, well, not even a little bit, it's bad. If I was sitting there and I didn't want to be recording all over YouTube and I'm at my most vulnerable point, I think, well, neither would I. So you've got to take that in consideration, even though sometimes all I'm trying to do is help them if the talker is, but I'd have to talk to them before I give them any money or anything like that. When I say them, I shouldn't even be calling them them. It's even that bad. You ask me, labeling them people on the streets, and it's just even that. In the honest, I know it's just wrong and I shouldn't be doing it. The people, I've been in them situations myself. Not that bad, like sitting in doorways day on day, sleeping bad. Not that bad, but I've been homeless. It was awful, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It breaks me out to see people who's forced verbal company on the streets just because they can't deal with the mental health. Should get more support than anybody, but unfortunately they don't. It does crush me deep down. Some of that like didn't like to even think about. Like I just try to keep myself happy in a good mood. Not think about stuff like this, sort of like I'm not gonna lie, like
All right, welcome back, everybody. You're back on the record.
please have your seat, please.
All right, Mr. Taylor, do you have your next witness?
Defense calls Vincent Vizzacaro.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring him in.
I hope they just sentencing, you know.
Please make sure you have him spell that.
Fatality! Execute order 66.
Do you need the,
Please.
I didn't know what to sit down for.
but we'll wait till you turn the lights down until you give us the high sign and the clerk will turn them down.
All right, thank you.
And again, no man, neighbors. No. No, I want to see it get executed. It deserves it, Anakin.
All right, you all can have a seat. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you got to stretch a little bit. Maybe run and jog in place, warm up a little. So we've got
What you do?
the defense going to call the next witness, but before we do that, I did want to ask that anybody begin deliberations amongst yourself, speak with anybody outside of the jury about the case, or do any research on those topics we've talked about. Everybody says no. Mr. Taylor, call your next witness, please.
Thank you. Vincent Vizzacaro.
Oh, I can't be bothered with another witness. I can't be asked.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Do not need to eat these Americans like.
Hello, sir. As the deputy said, just make yourself comfortable in that chair. My name is Judge White. I'm going to be presiding over the case. You can adjust that microphone up, down, left, right as you need. Stay about 12 to 15 inches away. Speak in a loud, clear voice. It'll pick up everything.
Sounds good.
Good morning.
Morning.
Would you tell us your full name and spell your last name for us, please?
Vincent Vizzacaro, Vizzaccaro.
All right, Mr. Vizzacaro, I'd like you to try to keep your voice up if you could.
Will do.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm in real estate.
And where are you?
Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton, and Sarasota areas.
Do you have any particular specialty?
Residential homes in Lakewood Ranch.
How long have you been doing that?
About 8 years now.
I want to ask you whether or not back in 2018, you had occasion to deal with an individual by the name of Douglas Benefield.
Yes, I did.
Would you tell us the circumstances under which that relationship took place?
Yes, he contacted me looking for a home.
Hearsay.
I'll overrule at this point.
Thank you, Judge. Contacted you looking for a home?
Looking for a home he was trying to acquire through a business that he said he owned in Liquid Ranch.
All right.
It is objective hearsay, that though,
Back
because
in 2018, Mr. Vizzacaro, did
It
you
is.
use emails to communicate with him?
I did.
And did he communicate with you in the same fashion?
Yes, he did.
Were
It
emails
is.
back then a normal and customary part of your business?
Very much so, yes.
Did you preserve the emails as they related to each client's files?
I do that, yes.
And were the emails under your care and custody?
Yes.
Mr. Vizzacaro, I'm going to pass to you what we've marked as defense exhibit number 27.
Can we approach Jeff?
Yes.
that's quite. I've got net rated ad, which is it was hearsay what they were saying there, because it was just like, oh well, he was doing this according to what he says. So that is hearsay, whether you like it or not. Women. Oh, it's in there, chat. I don't want to get that off. What was going to be in mine? Well, mine's on here. Look, they want fucking about for the spanner's mind. I'll start removing them. Wait, we'll have to remove them again. I think I've got it worked out. Just need to sort out some spanners, guys, and just well, I say sort them out. That doesn't mean add any. I mean get rid of them.
All right, there's the jury. I do need a few minutes to resolve a legal issue.
I've only got one now.
It's my responsibility.
Keep it there.
So if you could close up your notes,
One
leave
is
them on your chair, and I'm going to excuse you back into the jury room for a couple of minutes. I will get you back out here as soon as I can. Don't begin deliberations. Don't talk with anybody outside the jury, and no research on any of the issues. Thank you. All right, you all can have a seat. Mr. Vizzacaro, what I'm going to do is at this moment, I need to do some research and speak with the attorneys.
Okay.
So I'm going to excuse you to the hallway. There's a thing called the rule of sequestration that has been requested by both parties.
Mhm.
And that means that you cannot discuss your testimony or the questions asked of you with anyone else. You can't discuss other witnesses' testimony or what questions they were asked or what testimony they gave while here in court. Or do any research on the case, watch it, or anything else.
Understood.
All right, we'll call you back as soon as we can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I just want them to hurry up and find a guilty me. Look at
All right, I'm just gonna ask before I start doing my research, do you have any cases that you want me to know about right now?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so let's, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're traveling under the words in the statute, specifically 9803 6.
Understood. All right, so I'm thinking it's gonna, I need about 10 minutes or so. So we're gonna take a 10-minute recess, maybe 15-minute recess. I wanna look this up as well, because I wanna find a case that gives me some direction.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, I'm just gonna join later. Nah, fuck off after that. Oh, whatever. Shut up. Good almighty, I've only got so much patience, you know. I'm like emotionally invested in the reporting on that. But I want the reporter to say the outcome, say what you guys think live. But I've got more important things to do. I want to take out Anakin, test the lights, and give him a little runabout. And I'm solely entitled to do that. I do apologise. I might run another live when I get back. I might not. I don't know, but I'll be watching it anyway. If you guys are interested in the Ashley Benefield trial, then you can check it out yourself. Remember, I don't have to do it for you. So I want to respect everyone for jumping in. Agent X, fuck Uncle. He can fuck off, the little fucking nerd. But big up Agent X jumping on. And I've got not really more to add. So on that note, thank you for watching. Cheerio.